hello. It's me again. And today we're going to talk about some things that most people don't like to talk about. Well, once again, we're going to talk about family. Somehow now I keep getting stuck on family. Don't know how to get off of it. Because that's what makes the difference in our lives. Birthdays, anniversaries, celebrations, and all the things that go around and around. And we wonder how. Well, I look at it this way. When we talk about families, you have to be committed. You have to mean what you say when you say family. What does it mean to you? What family means to you may not mean the right things or seem like the right thing to someone else. We call family responsibilities. We call them reality. We call them the lineage of our inheritance. We call them a great wealth when we have it. And how can we have it? If we're not kings and queens and not born with it, well, I don't even think kings and queens are born with it. Somehow or another they either took it or been relinquished, laid to them. Well, because, for example, we're talking about family again. And there's 1,000 ways we can do families. We can say, well, the mother had them and the daddy made them. Or we can say the mother had them and the daddy came by and delivered. Or we can say the mother had them and the daddy was a sperm bank. Either way, the mother still had them. The mother's delivering it. There's no way to know they could have just popped up and been there. So that comes to our third question, our third answer, and our third problem. The mother, most of the time, knows everything. I hate to say it, yes, everything. You know how when they say your mother knows your mother's like an elephant, that she knows everything, remember everything, and don't forget nothing. That is true to the bone. We think it's realistic when we say, "Oh, it's funny that my mom remembers." No, it's not funny. It's reality. We say, "Oh, we think we should give our mom something." Well, why? What? When? Where? How? Now, let's be honest. We got to be 100% honest. If we owe our mother something, that could be the life that she gave us, because she may didn't have to do that. There's a lot of people dead and gone because the mother didn't do that. So, if a mother is a mother, not a teenager, not a 16-year-old, not a 90-year-old, I'm talking about a mother. What the mother represents, it has got to be the way it's represented. Mother. You call them mom, you call them muddy, you can call them mama. Okay? But mother still stands for the M. And you can add any other letters on to it. The O's, the T's, the H's, the ER, or whatever. M, or whatever you want to call them. But the mother who had you, who took care of you, who buried you, who held your nose, who walked you across the street, who took you to school when no one else would, who hung in the rain with you when no one else did, who watched the games with you when no one else could. When I say no one else could, because they couldn't, because that other person who we call sperm bank, father, in between, husband, boyfriend, whatever, was not there. They might have been working, they might have been screwing, or they might have been somebody's house, or they might have couldn't get it because they was already married. See, no one wants to talk about that. But I'm here to relate those things that I can talk about because they're real. They're realities. Everybody has a birthday, and it's all dependent on how you share it. Everybody has a day that they call it their birthday. But who really knows their birthday? I believe the universe above and the mother. Because the birthday is a very important, special day. Not only for the mother that day, but it's the day that the mother gave to the daughter or the son that day. or the twins that day, or triplets, or whatever. These days, damn, how many you want to have by technology? But still, the mother once again pays that part. Then we jump off into generation, work ethics, jobs related. I believe every household has a thug, that somebody don't want to do nothing. I believe that. I believe every household, every human being has some low down guy, all girl that's not gonna do nothing. Screw, have a job, screw, have a work, screw, have babies, and somebody take care of them. I believe in them all my heart. Every family got one of them somewhere, and sometimes they got two. We call them lazy, immature, but that's not really necessary. They maybe come here, maybe that was their route when they came here. To have babies and do nothing else. Don't work, depend on somebody to take care of them, and just be lazy. Write down lazy. So, but when you do that, you run into a problem called potato chips, corn chips, Burger King, McDonald's, etc. You say, what's that mean? Everybody likes something different. Whoops, whoops. Must have hit a buzzer there. Everybody likes something different. That means you wonder why you look like somebody else. You wonder why your skin is not the way it's supposed to be. It's exactly the way it's supposed to be. Somebody liked the color of your skin, and somebody else did something else, and that's the way it went. And then you end up with two people doing something else, and it didn't matter what color they were, that's the way it went. And there you come. Oh. So that's why I look different from my brother. Well, that's why I look different from my half brother or my half sister. Oh. Wow. Yeah, that's the reason. Let's be real. Somebody liked something that they saw, and didn't matter who it belonged to. See, that's the hard part. See, kings and queens been doing it for years. You know, they married because they wanted to get a nation. The regular people marry because they want a piece of somebody else's piece that belongs to somebody else. That's how that works. And all the while, that's why all these different people from different places owning different things, because they didn't belong to, or they belonged somewhere to someone else. And the other person was scared to give it back because it couldn't get back because it belonged to someone else. So now we run into once again the heritage problem, which the heritage problem running like this. Well, since I belong to somebody, I can't tell it, so I got to keep it a secret. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Here we go again. Must have got the bell again. See, that secret runs deep, and you ever wanted to believe it. Once you start having secrets, it's a long-lasting thing called sleep till your death. Well, what's that mean? It means the only person going to tell it is the one who knows. And most of the time, the ones who tell it, they take it to the grave. And you can call it, well, I'm shy, you can call it a machine, you can call it whatever you want to call it. But the bottom line, you did it. And when you did it, you brought it upon yourself to say, I don't know who I'm gonna tell next. Because every time you tell it, it doesn't seem the same way. It always come out in a different way. Wow, a different lie told today. Well, maybe I'll tell it tomorrow different. But a lie is a lie, and it wells up. It dramatically keeps going to no extension, to no harm's way. It goes on and on and on. You know why? Because it's a lie. Sooner or later, it comes out. Now, you say, well, who's going to hurt it? Well, it don't hurt anybody if you after 90 years and nobody know nothing about it. But for all the little ones who don't know and can't know and will know, it's going to affect them. You say, how so? Well, let's say I married my sister and didn't know it. Will that affect me? Probably not, but in the long run, it might. Well, I married my cousin and all of a sudden I have some birth effects. What is that? I don't think that's a sign. That's just you just wasn't one of those situations. You can have two people and have the same thing. So no, I don't believe all that stuff. Is it possible? Anything's possible. So back to knowing your parents though, and knowing the relationships and your brothers and sisters. Can you imagine if everybody knew you, who's supposed to know you? You say, how so? Well, most people don't know you because then nobody told you about you. Well, my uncle knows about me. Yeah, but who else knows about you? Well, my brother told my uncle. Who else did he tell? Well, my brother told my mom, and who else did? Well, you see what I'm saying? If you don't have a relationship and you don't tell anybody about who you are, no one will never know who you are. And will everybody care? I don't know. I doubt it, but it's a possibility. Somebody might want to know, like, wow, I got a brother out there somewhere, never heard of him. Oh, wow, I got a sister there, I never heard of. Oh, is that my real last name or my name before my name? Oh, well, who was my dad before them? I don't have a book to write. You can't even write. You can't even start a book. You can't start an essay because you can't start from B to Z because you don't even know. Your name might have been Jack London. Who knows? So it is very important to keep the legacy going, because if you don't keep the legacy going, you're gonna miss out on something. Not only you. Let's make sure we understand it's not only you. I missed out on a lot of things that I have a feelings idea where it's at and where it's coming from. But that don't mean everybody else has to do it. My family, it's generation on top of generation. Can I go back and find them? I probably not. I'm not Alex Haley or anybody else. I don't have the money, number one. And number two, if I found them, if they ain't found me in all these years, it might be a handout. Give me something. You know? So, we all have them. We have them too, the gimmies. The gammies that won't, and drop in for a day and leave tomorrow. Yeah, we got them too. But it's important. I would hate to be a family and say, well, I know my family, and all of a sudden the Chinese come with this, hey, I'm your cousin Joe. You'd be laughing at that one because you thought you knew them all. Well, I know all my family. They came from Africa. Why are you here? So apparently, if they came from Africa, that means you should be here. Oops, yeah. Well, I don't know all my family. They're from the White Plains, and they really. Why are you here? You came across the mountain and stopped over here in America. Wow, and you lost already. Well, gentlemen, ladies, and whoever else out there, the figure me of the figure speech leaves a line of this long. That means there's a beginning and there's an ending. That's why you can see these two don't look alike. One's got the other. So if there's a relationship starts here, it's ending down there. And when it ends down there, there's a whole lot of people down there don't know who you are up there. You can imagine who don't know you. But keep in mind, if the person knows you and love you, they respond. If they don't know you, then they never lost them to start with. But if anybody got an inch of an hinge, I said, well, why? Why did my parents name me Joe Blow? Because Uncle Joe's name was Joe Blow. Why was his name Joe Blow? Who knows? That's something you have to figure out. Well, my name is Sarah Lee. My sister's name was Sarah Lee June. My sister's name was Sarah Lee. Well, why? If you don't know, you might need to ask. Because the inheritance goes farther than you can ever imagine. And if you don't take time, you lose it. I don't mean no religion, because you lose that every day. Everybody's figured out which one they want, and they ain't settled for neither one of them yet, but most people got an idea of what they think they want. So keep this in mind. As the day go by, you'll realize that kinfolks is important. Because your brother might have called you, you didn't pick up the phone. Your sister might have called you, you didn't pick up the phone. Your cousin might have called, you didn't know. Your stepfather might have called you, and probably was your real father, you didn't even know it. Your stepmother, we won't go that far because mama knows. As the old story said, mama knows. I would put if I had $100, I'd put 99 on that. 1% that mama don't know. So that's what I feel about that. So keep yourself in order. Get to know your people. You never know who can help you, who can't help you. Because there are people out there today not even kin to you, help you more than the kinfolk that says I'm your kin. There's people who will call you any day of the night just to be calling you. And some of them say they got the wrong number, but at least they called you. You know, in the old days we used to thought it was about a letter. Oh, I got a letter for the Pony Press. Now guess what? They got a thing called Go Get You. What's that mean? You pick up the phone. You can type. You can email. You can tweet it. You can bid it. You can did it. You can type it. You can map it. There's all kind of ways you can get. You can get contact if you want to. But again, it's an individual thing. Again, it's a lifelong treasury road that we travel. What do you want? You want to be a go-getter? Or you want to be just, let's go and lay here and be lazy. Let somebody bring it to me. They'll bring it to you. They're going to bring some flowers to you on the same time you was sitting them there on your grave thinking, should have told somebody. But you told nobody. You want to be great, then be great. You want to be lazy, be lazy. If you want somebody to stand up with you and say, hey, you with that person, then by God, stand up and be that person. Don't be a weak link. Because if you are a weak link, then somebody that's strong got to pull you up. And that still makes you a weak link. All right? A lot of people like to be the strong link, not the weak link. The weakest link is a problem. Yes, let me say it again. The weakest link is a problem because you're always fixing it. And that's what happens to problem children. You're always fixing them. And sometimes they got to step up for themselves and say, I'm strong and I'm not a weak link anymore. When that happens, then everybody becomes to be joyful, happy. Now we have a happy family. But until then, be like me. Got a family all over the world, everywhere. I got them all over the world. I don't know who my kin folks are. I know who some say they are, but I got them all over the world. They everywhere. Okay? That's just the way it is. And if they know I'm there, hey, that's life too. I'll be happy to see them. Goodbye, 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 hello, goodbye, goodbye, hello. But I'm not going to say you're not. Unless I look down, real down, and you really don't look like me. You done turned green. You got 9 eyes. Well, man, we got a problem. Got a problem there. But if you look like me, and I don't care what color skin you got, then we can. I'll be saying, right on, brother. Right on, sisters. All right? So until we meet again, Vida Sing, aloha, hasta luego, cheers, goodbye, Van van Zoster, Costa Morocco, Lida Mahara Tata, Rada Dada Dada Dida, Snizzle, on your izzle. So long, folks. May this conversation come again, but maybe somebody gets some out of this because family is important. It's a sad day when people say, wow, I have no family. It's a sad day when they say, oh, the church going to take care of me. Well, tell you what, don't go to church a couple of days and see how many churches going to take care of you, or how many synagogues, or how many mass going to take care of you. Okay? Just remember that. Everybody have a family some kind of way. It's how you want to have it. And how you want to vent it. That's your family. If you want to vent one tomorrow, you can have a family. You can go claim a family. But then in the long run, you have to say, is it my family? And the only person knows is the M of the universe above. Everybody else is playing 20 questions. All right? Sayonara.